JetBlue welcomes you to New York and right on time. The local time is 4:26.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the John F. Kennedy International Airport here in the greatest city in the world. Well, arguably, but nonetheless, we're here to catch JetBlue's most special flight. This is their flagship flight from here at New York JFK on flight number 7 all the way across the pond to London Heathrow. This is their first transatlantic destination, and I'm so excited to be able to try it in their brand new mint product. Come along with me, and let's see how this experience is. So, I want to take a second to talk about running late for your flight, okay? Show up at the airport 2 hours early, please. I must have seen at least 5 people running through the terminal in my couple hours I spent at JFK. I know leisure travelers tend to run it late, but please, don't do that. Other than that, JFK was crowded in some areas, empty in others, depending on where you go, but regardless, it was a very nice terminal, and even though I had a quite long layover here, it was still easy to kill time here. There is no lounge that JetBlue offers, and even if you have Priority Pass or American Express Platinum, there is no lounge in Terminal 5 for you to access. So, JetBlue provides this rooftop lounge thing, and it was kind of disappointing, but it did the job. It was a decent place to sit.
Alright, check that, you're good?
Thank you.
Alrighty, check.
Soon enough, we were called to board. By being a Mint customer, I got access to Group 1. The JetBlue Airbus A321LR Mint is laid out in a 1-1 configuration, with all seats having full aisle access as well as a closing door. Today, my seat was 3A near the front of the Mint business class cabin. Now, from original promotional videos, JetBlue's seats seem to be a bit on the tighter side, but when you're in them, they actually feel really wide. The seat controls are off to your right, and you're greeted at your seat by not one, but 2 amenity kits. One more of use for brushing your teeth and hygiene in the bathroom, while the other kit is more used for sleeping. Off to your right, you'll find a remote that pops out just by using the button above it. It's a little unnecessary. Oh, did I just drop my phone? That's not good. Anyway, up to your right, you'll find a reading light, which is actually pretty useful. It was nice for filming, making my bed when all the lights in the cabin were off, since it was, night basically the entire flight. Down to your left, you have your third power outlet, and just under that, you'll find your slippers. Now, it's great that JetBlue provides them, as they were actually really comfortable and they were nice to sleep in. Is this light necessary? No. Is it amazing and super cool? Heck yeah. And kudos to whoever thought about putting an extra seat control button so you can adjust the bed while you're in flat bed position. Genius. Under the IFE screen, you'll find a little storage compartment where I stored my computer, but don't forget your stuff in there because sure, it happens more than people want to think. And the attention to detail of making the table look just like the Mint logo. Pretty cool.
Requires masks to be worn by travelers 2 years of age and older at all times throughout the flight. This does include boarding and deplaning. Any individual who fails to comply with this law may be subject to denied boarding as well as removal from the aircraft.
Wow, that was a long taxi. About 10 minutes, but please enjoy our takeoff from runway 13 right here at JFK. I find JetBlue's in-flight entertainment screen to be one of the best in the United States, actually. They provide plenty of options, and you will not get bored on one of their flights. Plus the fact that JetBlue also offers free Wi-Fi to everyone in the cabin. Again, free Wi-Fi. They are the only United States carrier to do that in any class, yet alone business. There were also plenty of on-demand shows and movies. Okay, best part of the seat in 3, 2, 1. Bam, look at that, a fully enclosed suite on a narrow-body A321. That's awesome. The meal service was quick and began right after takeoff. It started with this little plate of nuts and other stuff. It was good. Alright, dinner is served. We have this little pasta dish to start out, then a little bit of chicken over here, and a salad. It was all really good, and I enjoyed the food. JetBlue's catering has consistently been one of my favorite in the United States, and this definitely lived up to the hype. Ice cream is one of my favorite foods in the world. It was a little tough to eat at first, but once it melted for a couple minutes, it was very tasty. By the time dinner was done, it was basically midnight, so I was wiped, especially since I had flown in from Palm Beach that morning, so I just wanted to go to bed, and this seat was great. It was comfortable, the padding was nice, and it was wide enough for me. The footwell was actually really nice as well, and it wasn't tight like on some other airlines. And with the power of editing, good morning from just over Ireland. Breakfast is getting ready to be served, and my sleep was great. I slept for almost 3.5 hours, which is great for me on a flight. Anyway, I woke up to this great meal. First, over here we have some granola and yogurt, which was very good. Over here we have some like egg croissant pastry thing, and here we have a croissant. Everything was actually really good, especially that egg pastry thing that I've never heard of before, but it very much surprised me. So, breakfast on JetBlue, very good. Before landing, flight attendants came around with a hot towel, which was actually really nice. Very hot though. I had to hold it up by the personal air vent, which by the way is provided in every seat, in order to cool it down a bit, because ouch. Now, please enjoy our landing into London Heathrow on runway 9 left.
Welcome you to London. The local time is 11:46. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until we have arrived at the gate and the captain turns off the seatbelt line. We ask that you use caution when opening overhead compartments, as items do sometimes...
So, as far as my final thoughts on the JetBlue experience from JFK to Heathrow, I highly recommend it, especially if you get it at a good price. Depending on the price you get it at, it can be an amazing deal for a great business product across the ocean. Even back in economy, they're offering great meals, great service, and just like up here, the flight attendants were genuinely world class. I think probably one of the best sets of flight attendants I've ever had on any of my flights, and I would be more than happy to fly this again. This just reaffirms and confirms my statement that JetBlue is the best airline in the United States. And if you ever get the chance to fly them across the ocean, I highly recommend it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey from JFK to Heathrow, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe.